Let me tell you an old story that happened a long time ago. But first, think about what's something your school banned that made literally no sense? Comment, please. During her junior year at East Haven High, Riley experienced what could only be described as one of the most baffling policies in the school's history: a ban on personal books. Not all books, just any that weren't officially assigned by the school. It sounded absurd, but it was real. It all began when the principal, Mr. Danforth, known among students as Danforth the Dull, spotted Riley's friend Maya reading a mystery novel during study hall. Apparently, that was enough to trigger a policy shift. The next morning, an announcement rang through the halls, reminding students that study periods were strictly for school-assigned materials and that all personal reading should be kept in lockers. Most assumed it was just another overreach. Mr. Danforth had a reputation for odd decisions, but then it escalated. Riley's English teacher, Ms. Porter, was outraged. Known for her passion for literature, she couldn't understand how a school could claim to promote literacy while actively discouraging students from reading. The situation turned surreal a week later. Riley was reading The Catcher in the Rye during lunch when the vice principal approached and confiscated it. She was told it violated the school's new no personal books policy. That afternoon, an official email went out to parents stating that to reduce distractions and maintain academic focus, all non-curricular reading was banned from campus. At dinner, Riley's parents were stunned. Her mom reread the email twice, convinced she had misunderstood. Her dad laughed, assuming it was satire. But it wasn't. The school's justification was baffling. Administrators claimed that students were hiding inappropriate content inside innocent-looking covers, and that reading was being used as an excuse to avoid interacting with peers. The irony was obvious to everyone, especially given that the school's motto was knowledge through discovery. That's when Ms. Porter quietly launched a resistance. She updated her class reading list to include nearly every popular novel under the label of comparative literature. Any student caught reading could simply claim they were researching for English class. It worked. Things came to a head during Spirit Week. The theme for one day was heroes, and many students came dressed as literary icons. Riley went as Hermione Granger, complete with a decorated binder disguised as a spellbook. The principal was furious, claiming it was an orchestrated attempt to undermine school authority. But then something unexpected happened. Jonah Malik, the quiet valedictorian, who rarely spoke above a whisper, stood in the hallway and recited the First Amendment. He followed it with quotes about the dangers of censorship. Other students joined in. Someone started handing out bookmarks with famous anti-censorship quotes. Parents began calling the school. The local paper picked up the story. 3 weeks later, the policy was clarified. Personal reading was once again allowed during lunch and outside class hours. Study hall rules remained restrictive, except for books approved by the English department. Conveniently, Ms. Porter was appointed the sole member of the approval committee.